Boom, we are live. What is up, everybody? What is going on? The title is invalid if you. Who cares? Nobody watches Twitch anyways. What is up, everybody? So we're just waiting for a few guests, maybe just one or two. Running a little behind today, but it's all good. Got some shit to do. Jamming out to some music that I've been making.
Yeah, sure.
Ready?
Ain't much left in the bank.
But the banjo's paid off. Fashionably late as always. The first thing I ever heard about my next guest was that he's going to be late for everything.
Got it fire burning slow. I'm still playing low.
Sorry, everybody. We're just waiting for some people to show up, get some guests in the house. Woo! Banjo on my shoulder, AK in the shed. Yeah! Come on! Deborah! Where's he at? Oh, is that him? Holy fucking shit, he's here. What? Boom. Everybody. Hold on, I can't hear you, bro. What's up with that? Yeah. Boy, what a coincidence, Mr. Rigsby. So, yeah. I don't know what it could be. What a coinkadink. I couldn't hear them. They couldn't, you got a minute, man. No rush. Maybe it's me. No. Oh, I heard something make noise.
Can you hear me?
Oh, holy shit, he has a voice. Right. Yeah. You tell me when you're ready, Mr. Rigsby.
Man, I guess I'm ready whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing, so I mean,
it's all good. We're just here to talk to you about your little gig. Fucker.
I want to apologize for being a piece of shit.
Make it in today. Listen, you don't have to apologize for being a piece of shit. Fuck, we're all pieces of shit in some kind of way, right? I don't think you're a piece of shit. I think what you guys tried to do to me was pretty fucking funny. But, Mr. Rigsby, the problem being was you should have waited until I came back and sat back down because I heard those two when I was upstairs. I heard them. So I was like, I looked at my wife. She looks at me. I said, I ain't going back down there. She says, you fucking better. So you guys thought I was going to be in trouble. My wife was all about it. She's like, go ahead. I don't care. Go do it. So, yeah, I mean, dude, so let me just tell everybody what Mr. Rigsby and
oh, we're live. Oh shit. Okay, fuck. I didn't know we were live.
Yeah, we've been live, bro.
That's amazing.
7:30. Well, 7:31 we get live. So Mr. Sean Rigsby and Big E's tried to pull one over on me the other day. Or was it all you, Sean?
I'll take the credit for this one since I don't get credit anywhere else.
Oh, what the fuck? And then I heard you say something about Daniel Stevens saying something. So I get to spend the weekend with that guy. So he's in for it too. Let me open these comments because I'm sure he's going to be in there talking shit. There he is already. First one, Daniel Stevens. So yeah, what they tried to do to me was they tried to put me on the spot, trying to get me in trouble with my wife, and it didn't happen. And it didn't happen. So
I see all Uncle Joey's in here talking crap too. Not his idea. He's probably taking selfies somewhere.
It was part of his too.
Huh?
Listen, I'll send him the fucking link. Does he want to come on? Does he want to come on too?
Maybe. Uncle Joe, you want to come on?
Oh,
I know you ain't doing nothing.
Look, man, they throw that piece of shit term around a lot, don't they? You guys like to use that. He's a piece of shit. So, what have you been up to, man?
Nothing.
Eating. Nothing. Are you supposed to be running shit today or something?
No.
That get you out of work?
I haven't ran anything in years. I don't know what you speak of, sir.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean,
but no,
whatever. A 5K or whatever it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was about. I don't know how to change that, but yeah.
I mean, so how long did it take you? Like, because I mean, you're a master distiller as myself. What season were you again?
Season 2.
Season 2. That's what I thought. And you made
vodka.
Vodka. That's what it was. Was it like a coffee vodka?
No, man. It was what I made was a berry infused.
Ooh. And
I mean, it turned out in my opinion, it turned out better on like when we were filming than it did at Sugarlands. Not because of Sugarlands itself, but I converted all the grain at Sugarlands as to where on the show I didn't. So I think I got more of that grain flavor that kind of overtook the infusion part.
Okay.
I mean, I prefer a sugar liquor myself because hi, Sugar Sean, but it's just what I like, man.
That's the same here, bro. Like, that's what I tell people. Like, so they're always, can you make the corn? Can you do? Yeah, I can do it, bro. I can make you anything you want. That's not the problem, right? The problem is I don't want to make a whole fucking batch of it and then have to cover up corn, grain, and all 15 different flavors that we put in there just to post flavor it. You know what I mean? But
and it's a hard flavor to cover up if you do, conversion.
Right, because you're getting more grain and alcohol flavor than anything, right? Or I mean, grain and corn flavors because you're not putting sugar in it.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, it was trying to think. Yeah, we done a vodka, man. It wasn't a true vodka. We ran it 3 times. I didn't run it through any plates or anything like that. It still had, about as much flavor in it as you can get. So,
right now up to that point, how long have you been shining for? Well, or distilling?
I had at that time I had been fooling around with fermentation. At least it was about 10 years. Whether that was fucking it up,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. I didn't have someone stand there saying, "Do this, do that, try this, try that." It was, yeah, oh yeah, and I'm good at fucking shit up. So that was the first thing I ever tried to ferment was the sweet feed with pellets in it.
Oh, so I've never done the sweet feed because I've heard to just stay away from that. They're like, don't even fuck with it, ain't worth your time. So I've never really did it. So like what I'll do is I don't buy the sweet feed. I'll just go to my local Agway here. They have like all kinds of shit. So I'll buy a 50-pound bag of rye, a 50-pound bag of barley, 50-pound bag of fucking whatever else, and then cracked corn. I get the chunk cracked corn, and that works pretty well for me. But it's not covered in molasses and other fucking shit either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've done some research, and everyone was saying sweet feed is okay, and I didn't. Apparently I completely missed the part of the pellets. And I mean, it was just god awful, man. It was terrible. It fermented, and I used turbo yeast. I used a lot of sugar. I think I think it was 2 pounds a gallon of sugar, and I didn't, and it was, I mean, it was just terrible.
So are you a fan of turbo yeast?
It's got its place, I think.
Okay.
What I am a fan of when it comes to turbo yeast is if I have time to let it sit and let everything fall to the bottom. You know, but if I ferment something, I like to run it when it's done and ready to run. Yeah. But with turbo yeast, I don't like to do that because I feel like I've always gotten heat from it if I do it that way. But now if I have time and I let it set for, 2-3 weeks, whatever, after it's done fermenting and let everything settle to the bottom, it's not that bad.
It's like you gas it off in a sense.
Yeah.
Like a pre-gassing, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I'll pump it and let everything set on the bottom, make sure I don't get any of that in. But
here's the best part though. So like everybody see this guy's remark, what up, turbo yeast sounds like a fucking problem. See, that's what everybody says. But if you use it properly and use it correctly, so you always, in my mind, right? You read the back of the bag. It's fucking plain as day. Add 5.5 gallons of water, 13 pounds of sugar, right? Fuck that. That's weak. So I always, in all of my sugar runs, I have never, ever, ever gone less than 2 pounds per gallon. Ever. And I don't ever finish it off. I don't ever let it finish all the way off because I don't want it to be dry and like, ooh. So if you leave it, if you let it go for like a point or two in front of that last one, it'll still be sweeter. That sweetness will stay in there, right? So that's why I tell people, man, like my sugar shine compared to a lot of people's is a little bit different. Like you can drink my 180, bro. Like I soaked fucking peaches in it the other day. I put a thing of canned peaches. I strained them for an hour, let them sit, and then I put them in a jar, filled it with 180, and I let that jar in the refrigerator for over a week before I even touched it. I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Yeah, I mean, of course the peaches are gonna suck it up, but what didn't get sucked up in there was I couldn't fucking believe we were drinking it. It was that good. Dude. I was like, man, it's fucking amazing, dude. So what got you into fermentation and all that? Like where did this, do you have people in your family or? So,
I have a cousin. So originally, let me go back to, I think it was 2012, 2011, something like that.
Okay.
I went down to Kentucky. So I have a family in Eastern Kentucky, and I went down there, and my cousin, she was like, hey, me and my brother went down for family reunion. She was like, hey, you guys ever had moonshine before? And I was like, no, dad always said not to fuck with it, because he said, if it's made wrong, you can go blind. Well, I didn't know, nothing from an asshole. And so I tried it, and what she had, it was like a peach flavor, man. It tasted like peach pop. And I was like, this ain't bad. And my other cousin, he was like, man, he said, y'all want to try some real moonshine? He said, come on up here. And we went up to his house, and there's a couple boys that he got it from. And that's kind of where it took off, man, because he had 2 boxes. He had some clear, bunch of flavors. And that night was a very good night. I was lit up about as much as I could be. And I felt like ass the next day. But that's kind of where it started, man. I started asking questions, and finally he was like, man, he said, let me take you out there and I'll introduce you to the guys that, I got this from. And that's kind of where it all started, man.
And then you got the bug and you were like right into it.
Yep. And
now
go ahead. Oh, no, I was going to say, and it was funny because when I went over there, I'd be asking questions and stuff, and they would give me a little bit of information, mainly the dad. He would give me a little bit of information, but not like enough. He would give me enough just to get my feet wet and let me figure things out on my own. You know what I mean? So
right. So he let you just kind of jumped in head first and just let it rip, huh?
Yeah. So that's why, a lot of times when, Uncle Joey likes to ask questions, or even Sturge, I give just enough information to, I don't want to say be an asshole, but like sometimes you got to learn the hard way, and sometimes it's the best way to learn, in my opinion.
You're absolutely, dude, that's absolutely right. Like I got a younger cat here. I'm friends with his dad. He's like 9. He's a little bit, he's old enough to make it, I would say.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy I forgot to call?
No, that was Jeremy.
Okay.
You didn't talk to Jeremy?
I forgot to fucking call him back. Nope, I'll call him.
Bro, listen, Jeremy's a super good dude.
Okay.
And listen, I'm not taking no claim for this, but this is what he tells me the other day. He actually entered a charred liquor into a moonshine event in Texas where he's at. And I kind of explained to him how to do the charring, the rapid aging and shit like that. And he's like the 5th person actually did what I told him to do. And dude, he took first place in charge.
That's awesome.
And he's like, bro, I owe you credit. I'm like, bro, I didn't do shit, but tell you, but like, I have this younger cat that I want to teach how to moonshine because I feel like, or run, whatever you want to do. But I feel like maybe you're right with what you're saying there, because like, I want to just like, here's what here's the way to not kill yourself and not blow shit up. Cause I've done it. Did you hear that story?
I feel like I heard part of it.
Bro, I let it rip, right? I was teaching somebody how to shine. He come in and I got it 3 sections in a big garage. We were in the last section. His wife brought us food. So we were eating. He went into the middle section where the steel was. And he come back in. He's like, bro, why is this steel hissing? And I'm sitting there thinking like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean hissing? You know what I mean? So I go into the room because this is it. This is what I tell people, dude. It's not if, but when it happens, it's going to. And you better be fucking ready, right? So I go into the other room. It's not hissing. The sound that he heard, it was hissing, but the sound he heard was the worm was actually boiling. Like fucking the fucking copper in the worm was like starting to glow, dude. I was like, what the fuck? So as I come around the steel to shut off the gas, dude, soon as I got past this to reach over, it blew up. Boom! It fucking blew open like a can at the bottom, like this. So now, dude, look. So now everything that's coming out of the steel from the bottom is clipping all the fucking the flames. So now it's a flamethrower, right? Where do you think all them flames are going? Just take a guess. Just where would they actually want to land? I mean, we get the floor, but they all 10 propane tanks I had, all the fucking flames are shooting right at it, right? So dude that told me was on play hissing, he grabs me and throws me out of the building. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? We got to get it out. Like, what are you doing? Throws me out. He's trying to throw all these fucking tanks out. We get the tanks out, and another friend of mine, the guy who used to run with me, come walking in. I'm like, bro, buckets, anything. This is no lie. These are the kind of friends I had. Keyword had. The one gave me a bucket with fucking holes in it. The other gave me a fucking garbage can with no bottom in it. And I look at him like, you guys just want to fucking spit on it? We could piss on it, maybe get it out faster. So what I had to do.
That's Uncle Joey all over again.
Right. So listen, I had to jump in, I had to jump through it, to go through the fire to get to the fucking worm to undo the hose. Right? Because that's where the water is. Bro, I was never so scared in my fucking life. As I got inside there, right? Because it wasn't like the whole fucking place is on fire, but it was a big area, right? So once I got past it and through it, it was like no oxygen. 0. And the floor was fucking blue flame. And it was just straight no air. Like, so when I went to breathe, it was like
flames taking it up.
Dude, gone. I had to put my head out the back window, take 2 deep ones, undo the worm, the hose, threw it down, 2 more breaths, ran out. So, dude, listen, I burned fucking 3 inches of my beard. 3 inches. I felt so naked, right?
Then that's all I got is 3 inches. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
Take it or love it out. And then my eyelashes stuck together for 3 weeks like Velcro. I had to go like open them, and it would drive me fucking nuts. So that was the one and only time I ever blew up a fucking steel. I learned. The bad part is, man, when I set my partner's steel up, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, what the fuck's this in the fucking worm, like in the tip? So what had happened was a mud wasp went up in both of our worms and packed it full of mud.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but check this out. That's how I got my logo. That's how we got the heavy metal logo, because I got that tattooed on my leg with the mean steel blowing up.
Yeah.
And we just that's the logo.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. The last time I run, it just so happened to be with Big Easy and Uncle Joey, and Easy wasn't there, and this thing ain't been raining God knows how long. And I looked over at Joey. I said, "Man, maybe we ought to run some water through this worm." He's like, "It'll be all right." Yeah, I said it's either going to work or it's not going to be all right.
So you guys did something happen to do the same thing?
No.
Like your worm?
It's just, I'm one of them people I think after the fact. So yeah, we sitting there, we had it run, and I was like, maybe we ought to run water through that worm first. And he's like, nah, it'll be all right. I said, well, either it will or it won't, and we'll find out.
Right.
I was like, just watch the temperature on that thumper and make sure it'll be all right.
Yeah, right, dude. And that's where I fucked up. Is I should have never left. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's not if it happens, but when it's when. Same with riding motorcycles. It's not if you're going to wreck, it's when you wreck.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen. So,
oh yeah.
Now, how long did it take you to actually get on the show? Like, do you remember? Like, did it take a while?
It took a while. So I originally got a call. I remember where I was at, and I was working for a gas company at the time, and this woman named Noelle called, and I looked at my phone, and it said from New York, and I was like, what the hell? So I answered it, and she was like, hello, is this Sean Rigsby? And I'm like, yeah. She said, well, this is, Noelle with McGill Entertainment. We're a production company for moonshiners and all this, and we're thinking about doing a competition show. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she said, would you be interested? She said, some people passed your number or your name and number along. So, yeah, I said, sure. I'd done the interview and I'd done the Skype interview, and she was like, yeah, well, you'll hear back from us. And I was like, okay. And this was for the pilot episode, by the way. And I was like, okay, cool. And, nothing. And, I was actually talking to Jimbo, and I said, man, when you guys are going down to Maggie? He's like, we're going to be over in Gatlinburg. I got some stuff going on. I said, motherfucker, did you get on Master Distiller? He's like, yep. Like, you son of a bitch. So I went to Maggie, and he was over filming. Him, Royce Neely, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Was Austin something. But anyway, I didn't hear anything back. And then for season 1 was the same deal. They called me and they said, hey, you interested in being on Master Distiller? I said, well, yeah. I said, I was, y'all said you were going to give me a call back, whether or not, And it was the same deal over and over, man. And, done the Skype interview again, and I heard nothing back. And then it was funny, Lawrence Pritchard up in Northern Ohio, he was like, yeah, I'm going down to film for season 1. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Again, well, which was fine, but hey, just let me know,
They're taking all these people over you and not saying nothing to you?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the fact that they were just passed me over. It was just the fact of, let me know. Like, if you don't want me on, just let me know. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm over here hanging on like, is this going to happen? Like, fuck.
Right. And then season 2, man, it was kind of weird because I got a call and I spoke to a fellow by the name of Jake Bandman. I think you probably know him. And no, Jake Bandman, I think I can't remember. But anyway, he called and he said, hey, this is Jake, from McGill Entertainment. Would you be, he said, if you were chosen to come down and be on season 2, would you drive or fly? I said, well, if you're serious, I guess I'd probably drive because I'm only 5 hours away. I said, but if you're not serious, please let me know now. That way I don't need to expect, another fucking call. And he was like, well, you're on the, you made the cut, and all this bullshit. And I was like, okay, well, I'll hear back from you if I hear back from you. And he called me back, and, they were like, yeah, can you be here this date? And that's kind of how it went. And, I had to do the pre-travel COVID test. I had to do the midweek COVID test because, people went to fucking Gatlinburg. And
so that was during the COVID time, right?
Yeah, man, it was wild, dude.
So was that the same season as Tim Johnson?
No, he was with. Mine was a season right before him.
Oh, okay. Because when I'd seen him at where Farm to Bottle, he was talking about the whole COVID thing like that. Like you know, kind of fucked a lot of shit up. You know.
Oh yeah, man. They had a COVID lady, man. She was running around. If you pull your mask down, she's fucking hollering at you and stuff.
You know, we call them COVID Nazis.
Yeah.
Put it back on. Let's go. You know.
But I mean, you know, it was. You know, did they come to your house to film or your? No, see, originally that's
all my own home filming. So here was the deal. This is the one thing that I did. I told them straight off the bat. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to tell you what town I live in. Okay. Because this town where I live in, they, you know, no, they don't like me, period. They've already stopped me on my dude. Listen, I had to pull over and wait for him on my Harley because I could hear the fucking, and it was the Chief, bro. I could hear the, so he got behind me. He thought he was slick. He wanted to fucking let the car in front of him go so he can get, you know, and then let me go right behind me, right? So I hit a red light and the fucking light is red. And I know it's 35 from here, you know, all the way to the next light. So the fucking light was hit green. I went from 0 to 35. Blah! Just, I mean, you know, now, right? And my bike's so loud. So I made it to the red light just way before him. And I turned right. And dude, when I turned right, I fucking hammered on it, right? Bah! As hard as I could, and I could hear it in the background, right? I pulled over, literally pulled over and waited for him, right? And I'm very humble, right? So this motherfucker, he's yelling at me. Oh, I've seen you in your speeding escapades through town. I was laughing. I'm like, you did. I was speeding. I said, did you clock me? Because I didn't even, how'd you clock me? You were in front of me, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Right. So when I told him I didn't want, I'm like, listen, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put my shit out there. Like, so I'm not going to film anything in my hometown because we had to film our own stuff and then send it in. Right.
Okay. Yep.
So that right there, that to me was like a big no-no. And it was like, you know what? I had one lady that screwed me totally, completely. And it was from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, a little Chinese lady. She came here and did a 2-hour interview with me, right? 2 hours. And then made a fucking reel after I told her, dude, they wanted me to make moonshine. I'm like, listen, no, not happening. I'm not doing that, right? So what they do, they made a reel. And the first thing they show is my house.
Nice. That's convenient.
House, right? And she says, hey, we're stopping in to see Jason Bartolozzi. He's going to show us how he makes moonshine in his Grove City home.
That's amazing.
And to think that I gave that fucking woman a jar of like 140 proof fucking clear coffee. That's what she picked. She picked that out of everything else. She's like, oh my God. So like, I don't know. I don't think they understand like that it's illegal.
Yeah. I'm so surprised, man, of all the people that's like right after my episode aired that wanted to interview me and talk to me about it. They had no idea it was illegal. Not a clue, man.
Everybody still thinks you can make X amount.
Yeah, wine and beer maybe, but not
right. Not
yeah.
Here. I don't know how your rules there. I know in PA. See, I can't get in trouble for having a steal. I cannot get in trouble for having mash.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get in trouble for having bags of sugar next to the steel. I don't get in trouble. The only time we get in trouble is when we light that fire.
Yep.
And they got to catch you lighting a fire or cooking or selling.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But yeah, that's when I was filming. So because of COVID, they had picked and chose whose houses they were going to go to film. And mine was not one of them. So they were like, okay, we'll just do some filming, use your phone, whatever, and send us some content. And it's funny, man. I sent them all kinds of shit. And the only thing they used for my thing was for one picture. Yeah. I was like, I mean, it's cool because I had a nice cool jar rig during that picture. It was actually one that I had taken prior. But yeah, other than that, they used nothing of what I sent them for that.
Huh. That's fucking wild. So I think with me, I think they said there was like, dude, because I put mine in like, because I was just sitting there fucking hanging out with my buddy. We were running one day, and I was like, dude, I want to be a fucking extra in a movie. Right? Like, I want to be an extra in a movie, which, no bullshit, I actually fulfilled that dream this summer.
Nice.
I am an extra in a fucking movie called How to Rob a Bank, baby.
How to Rob a Bank? Is it out yet, or is it coming out?
Yeah, it's who's in it? Pete Davidson, the comedian that was banging one of the Kardashians, the white guy. You don't know who Pete Davidson? He's on Saturday Night Live.
Nah, I don't even know who Kardashian is.
Bell commercials. He's on the fucking stupid Taco Bell white guy, but real skinny white dude. He's all whatever.
Narrows it down.
I mean, well, when you're talking about the Kardashians, it really does, because they don't use normally. They're not.
I was referring to the skinny white guy.
Yeah, right. Skinny white dude. So, fuck, man. But that was a cool thing, dude. Like, and apparently the nights that I was there was like stunt nights. So
nice.
Like, I'm sitting there. I'm gonna put it out there because I know none of them motherfuckers are watching this. So I was sitting there, and they're like, all right, we're gonna have some fucking motorcycle jumping and all this crazy shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, bro, let's fucking do it. And all of a sudden you hear like the sound of these motorcycles, bang, 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 bang. And then all of a sudden you don't hear nothing. And then you see this fucking electric dirt bike fucking jump over a bus. I'm like, what the fuck? It don't even seem right. There's no sound, you know, like, but that was cool though. How to Rob a Bank with Pete Davidson. It was one of the coolest things I ever did. I was on my feet for a very long time, but so like for me, it took 2 years when I put my application in, right? And then what the guy told me, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know why they're upset. I didn't even say anything. Anyways,
who's Jimbo and Skern? Mobile Mags. Do you know who that is?
No.
I don't either. I said Jimbo. I meant Jimbo Bray, if that's who you were referring to, buddy. I apologize. I'm a piece of shit. That's well known in the community and the world.
He's not a piece of shit. He's a good dude. I don't care what they say about. See, listen, man. If they give you too much fucking slack, bro, you can come hang out with me any fucking day. I like you. I like all you guys, man.
It's warranted. You know, I mean, like, so did you ever hear about the pH issue that Sturge had?
No.
Okay, you're gonna like this. So, you know how I told you sometimes you have to learn things the hard way. So Sturge is one of the people, love him to death. He's with American Whiskey. I'll give him a plug in that. Well, he called me. He's like, man, this mash, man, it's not working. It was a sour mash, and he was like, man, he said, well, let me back up. He started asking me questions about sour mashing. I said, man, I really don't fool with sour mashing because then you run into pH issues. That's not something I like to deal with. I'm a sour mash kind of guy, and I prefer fruit anyway. Well, he asked me if I think he should make it or do it. And I said, man, I wouldn't do it myself unless you're prepared. You know, if you have stuff to check your pH, stuff to raise it and lower it and all that. Well, he went ahead and done it. So he calls me one day. He said, hey, man, this mash ain't working off. So I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? And he was like, I don't know. And he said, well, I sour mashed. And I'm like, okay. He said, I know you told me not, or you didn't recommend it. And I said, well, whatever. So I said, get some of them pH strips. And he's like, okay. I said, well, you got to get the ones that go way down, because it's going to drop. So it's going to drop.
Right.
So he got some, and he's like, man, it's way down there. I said, okay, well, do you have any baking soda? He said, man, I got just a little bit. I said, well, I'll just send Steph to the store. I said, well, have her get 4 great big boxes of baking soda. And okay. I said, well, when you get them, I said, just go ahead and open all of them up. And you have your mash stick going and just have her just dump all 4. And this was a 65-gallon, 4 boxes. This was a 65-gallon mash. I said, just have her dump all of them in there at one time while you're stirring. And man, that motherfucker was a volcano.
Bro, I'm sitting there thinking like a weird science project ready to blow the fuck up. You did all 6 of them in there?
Or all of them. All 4 at one time. And he was fucking calling me, dude. I could hear her in the fucking background, and he was cussing me up and down this shit. And I said, well, maybe you should have listened the first time. But he was like, motherfucker, you knew it was going to do this. I said, man, look. I said, yeah, I did.
You are.
I said, but look, man, I said, well, I mean, that's how I learned a lot of things too, man. You know, I didn't get unscathed. The biggest mess I ever made was with banana.
So mine was rum. I did blackstrap rum when I first moved into this home 7 years ago, right? I'm talking like we just got everything. We were probably still moving shit in, right? And I ran a blackstrap and everything, and I did it, stupid me. And the only time I ever fucking overflow anything is when I use them fucking carboys or like the water jugs, right? Because I mean, let's fill it all the way up. Why not, right? So I fill this fucker up. Don't know nothing about headspace. Who the fuck needs headspace, right? Bro, listen, my wife come walking out of the bedroom in the morning time, went to walk into the kitchen and stuck to the fucking floor, bro. Stuck because it was all blackstrap molasses. It was all over the tile, bro. It took hours of scrubbing out of the grout. Fucking scrubbing. He was so mad, bro. Listen, I have never made rum since then. I won't even drink it. Fuck it.
Mine was, I actually used a 6-gallon carboy as well. And I used banana, and I filled that all the way to the neck. And I used one of them fucking airlocks, dude. And it plugged up the fucking airlock. And finally, middle of the night, I'm sitting there watching TV, and that son of a bitch let go, dude. And it was, luckily, I had laid down cardboard because I had carpet. Okay. But I laid down cardboard, and it was in a closet. But man, that son of a bitch fucking popped out, it blew out of there, it fucking spewed all over the walls, the ceiling. It was fucking terrible, man.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's the thing. And that's why a lot of people are like, well, do you open ferment? Do you use, you know, I would prefer open all the time simply because it's not going to build any pressure.
But really, I mean, why don't people like to open ferment? Like, what is the deal? Like, why is that? Like, because I mean, if I could, I will. I just don't want no bugs getting in there, so that's why I do.
Yeah, that. I mean, people think that, you know, you introduce things to your mash that you wouldn't normally want, you know. But I mean, in my opinion, that's what makes it the way it is, you know. I mean,
like the flavor.
Yeah, if you're going to do, you know, the malt and all that shit, and you don't plan on using any yeast, I mean, in my opinion, if you don't use any yeast, then you really don't care about how it's going to turn out to begin with, because you don't know what's going to take place. I mean, that's my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right, or I mean, it's probably wrong in a lot of people's eyes, but yeah, yeah, exactly. Trash bag, whatever you want. But I've always been the type of person, I'll just lay a piece of wood over it, if anything.
Yeah, because it doesn't need, I mean, just as long as nothing's getting in there, the air can escape out once, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, throw some wheat bran in there, it'll give it a nice thick cap. And
see though, man, here, like, I have ADHD bad. So I'm like, if I don't see it working, if I don't see that bubbler, fuck. And when I'm using turbo, bro, so I know within a fucking hour, it should be like fucking flying. You got to fill it back up with water is bubbling so fucking hard, dude.
So is that all you use is turbo?
No, I'll use others. I have Safe Spirit. There's a few others. I like Fleischmann's is good. So what I like to do is, and this is just my little trick, because you know how much shit everybody says about, oh, you get these off flavors with turbo. Listen, you only get off flavors with turbo if you don't put enough turbo in it or enough water, right? You're overworking the yeast. That's the only reason why you're getting this fucking fart smell. So you know what I do? I just add one more than what it tells me to add. And then I use Fleischmann's on top and add a little bit of that stuff in there to take care of any of that. And it adds a little bit of better flavor. So that's, I think, why mine is a little different. Bro, you walk into the garage and it smells like fucking Subway in that bitch. Like they're fucking breaking bread, bro. Now think about this, though. You got to understand this too. Now, Turbo makes a yeast for everything, bro. They make a fucking
vodka,
brandy yeast. I've used them all. I love them. I absolutely love them. I've never had any good luck with Datey because like it just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
In my mind, I don't like it. It don't work good enough for
Yep.
me, and I don't get a high enough proof out of it.
So that's so going back again to something, one of those things that you have to do yourself to learn.
Right.
Everyone was like, "Oh, turbo yeast." So I tried it. That was the first thing I ever tried, and I was talking to my buddy down in Kentucky, and he said, "We use bread yeast," and I'm like, "Okay." I tried it, and he said, "Just keep it around 10%, and it'll work off great." And sure as shit, generally it does. And that SAF instant bread yeast, what me and Easy use, I mean, it'll ferment fairly cool. And I'm happy with it. That's the thing. We try not to really overdo it. If I do want to throw a lot of sugar at something, I'll go the turbo yeast route, and I'll just let it sit, let it clarify. And then when it's done, then I'll do my thing. But other than that,
Fuck no.
well, again, that's just
Right.
what you like, and I think a lot of the reason why I do that is because I had bad experiences by not. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was something I was doing or something I was using or a method I was using. Don't ever know. But I mean, that's what works for me. So I'm not going to change it. You know what I mean?
See, that's why I do what I do. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I do what works for me. I'm going to recommend what I do because that's what I do. And I know what works for me. Like again, dude, you said it earlier, bro. I'm a sugar shine guy. Like I've never come on here and said that, I don't try to be something that I'm not, but I'll tell you this. Like when they asked me, what can I make? Like before I got on the show, they're like, what can you make? I said, bro, the fucking question probably would be better asked if you said,
what can't I make?
Right. Cause dude, if it goes in that fucking steel, I'm making it.
Yeah. If it'll ferment, it's getting ran.
That's it, man. If it
100%.
ferments, it's getting ran. So like, I've been thinking like with these sugar shines, right? So what I want to do is, so let's say orange juice, right? Because oranges are hard to ferment. It's very acidic. Why not take a jug of orange juice, put it in a pan, right? Reduce it down to syrup, which I did with peach cocktail mix not too long. It was fucking amazing, right? And you got this syrup, right? So you ferment your sugar shine, ferment it all the way out, ready to go. So when you put your sugar shine in a pot to run, then just add the orange syrup. Since it's a concentrate. Now, number two, you're not going to burn it. It's not going to scorch because sugar don't even scorch until 200 and some degrees. Right? That's another reason why I run sugar shine because I ain't going to burn that shit. I'm not even hitting 200 degrees. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'm done it as, whoop. So like it just gets a bad rap, dude. And people don't understand like, I'd rather do sugar any day of the week, not because it's easier. It's because of that's what they want.
Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And customers want it. They got to get it. If they ain't going to get it from me, they're going to go somewhere else, So, but,
yep.
So yeah, back to the whole master distiller thing. I want to say it took 2 years for me to get on. And then he said there was 30 some thousand people that tried out for that. Right. So I remember getting the email and I was like, man, this is I forgot I even sent one. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Right. So I'm showing my wife. Everybody's like, dude, you better Google those people and make sure it ain't no fucking fake. So I'm like, yeah, all right, good idea. I Google them. It all comes back Magilla, right? And I'm like, okay. So I dealt with his name was Paul. And after I had won, I dubbed him Merlin. That's his new name, Merlin. Because he's like a fucking wizard. He knew the one to pick. And I asked him too. I don't know if you asked your people, but did they have an inside bet going on who was going to win?
What do you mean?
Like between the contestants, like the production people.
As far as I know, I was not the one that was supposed to win.
See, I asked. I was like, hey, Paul. I said, what's up? You guys betting on who's going to win? He's like, I mean, you're my white horse, Jason.
They really favored Scott on my episode a lot. And much respect to Scott, man. Scott Moore, he makes damn good liquor. But he also fit the bill too, I mean, he Tennessee boy, overalls. But I did know that Tim didn't like spicy shit. And soon as he started talking about doing spicy stuff, I said, "Yeah, that's what you need to do, man." I said, I love spicy shit, man. That makes a damn good liquor, bud." And I don't know if I talked him into it, but I tried to play it safe and I used berries.
You're fucking awesome, dude. I love it. Fucking Rigsby, I love it.
But dude, it was
when I first met Daniel, right? When I first met Daniel, the first thing that Daniel Stevens told me about Sean Rigsby was, "Where do you meet Sean? He's going to be late for that too." So that's you can blame him.
I love Bennett, man. He's a piece of shit, but he's a good dude. But
he's a good dude.
It was funny, man. We had went, and Thomas on my episode. So he Delta Dirt Distillery, I think in Arkansas, they make the best vodka, dude. I mean, legit vodka. They do half corn and half sweet potato. And it is I think they got platinum. It's really good. But anyway, just throwing a plug out for them. But so when me and Scott were doing the third round, when we walked out, I turned around and held my fist out. I said, "Dude, you just won this." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "For my taste, it was amazing. I love pepper shit. I love spicy stuff. But it wasn't really spicy. It was just like a tingle in the back of your throat."
So it's like a smooth spice. Like you could actually feel like just a little warm.
But he infused pineapple in it. So you got the pineapple and then the jalapeno. But Tim didn't like it. And as soon as he started talking about it, I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's what you need to do." Yeah, buddy, that'd be some good shit right there.
See, you know what my downfall is? Here's my downfall. I'm too fucking nice. So I need to be a piece of shit like everybody else. I can just treat everybody else the way they treat me because, like, on my episode, it's just and I realized it was just in simple conversation. But, like, they're all like, because we knew when we got there what we were going to be doing, like what we were going to be running. And my mind automatically is rye bread. I want all the rye bread, half the work's done for me. And I get some of that flavor, And they were asking, what are you going to take? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm shooting for the rye." And of course, dude went first. So he got fucking Tickle's mom's famous carrot cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dude, I'm going to tell you what, that right there, if I would have got that, that's all I was putting in it. You know what I mean? I ain't putting nothing else in. Fuck that. We're putting that cake in there. But, like, did they throw any curveballs at you on your episode? Like,
I'm trying to think now, man. It's been shit. So
like for mine, for instance, right? If you didn't like tear your bread open and look, you would have never known. But like, so the ones that I picked had olives in it.
Oh,
an olive loaf, right? Now, so what I was told by Mark and Digger is that is one of the curveballs that they were throwing because, I don't like the taste of olives. Get rid of it. But they were like, "Dude, you should have kept that because that'll help your mash. That'll help salt. It'll help something with the mash, right?" And then we come in when it was time to run our mash, like to separate the mash. There's a jar of ice there, big fucking half-gallon jar of ice. Nobody knew it was for but me, right? And because since you're working with breads and cakes and shit like that, you're gonna have preservatives in that motherfucker, right? So you take that jar of ice, and you stick it in that fucking mash, dude, and you just go like
hardens it up.
No, it sticks all right to it. Comes right to that fucking jar, right? Sticks to it. So, they got me on the mash. Then they were like, "Well, what kind of still do you run at home?" I'm like, "Well, I got the whole thumper process, The chick once, what was her first thing? She took a fucking thumper. Never ran one in her life, ever.
So that was I got lucky about that because I won the first round. So I got the thumper. And then Scott did too, I think. But then Thomas, he got the 4 plates is what he wanted because that's what he used at home. Well, at his distillery. But I mean, as far as shit like that, man, it was just I was mainly worried about getting out of my own way. Because as you've probably heard, I like to overflow flake stands and shit like that. Leave valves open, apparently.
I do that too. Especially when you're filling it up and then you're looking like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, exactly. That happened the last time I ever ran something, but I'm pretty sure it was easy for leaving it open.
Yeah, Big East.
Well, I mean, he wasn't there at the time. I was just, getting it going for him. Actually, I was supervising is what I was doing. But anyway, hey, I got just hold on 1 second. I'll be right
Go
back.
do your thing, brother. Go do your thing. Time for a commercial break. What is up, everybody? Daniel Stevens, big shout out to you. Cindy, sweet potato wine, Cindy. Let me through 2:30. Archangela Roth, the bad girl. Whenever you're ready, let me know. Dan Gray, where'd you go, Dan Gray? Mr. Dan Gray. I want Dan Gray to come in here and talk about his see, look, not only is he late, Daniel, but he's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I've never had a guest walk off the set. That's a Rigsby thing, huh? Let's turn up the music. And you all hit it. Feel right in. It's better than heaven itself. Jesus did.
Egan hollow. Got his fire burning slow.
Miss Cindy, I was going through my phone the other day and I realized, Cindy, that there is a video of you putting a sticker on someone's butt at the bar. I wonder whose butt it was. Mine. I mean, I'm just going to put it on here, Cindy, since everybody's here. I'll find it. So I get a text message today, Cindy. Let me show you. Someone was like, oh, let me find it. Fuck it. There it is. All right, Cindy, you paying attention? All right, Cindy, check this out. Right? Heavy metal moonshine. Someone sends me this today and they're like, have you been to the Mustang lately? So I was out this weekend. Apparently I got a little fucked up and was sticking my sticker everywhere. Like, I love it, dude. Like, I go and I just fucking stick shit everywhere. So somebody sends it, a friend of mine sends me this today, and it's in the bathroom of the fucking bar we were at. And he's like, were you at the Mustang? And I was like, I mean, I've been there. Yeah. He's like, did you put this there? And I'm like, well, maybe. He's like, dude, that's the best place you could have put it. I'm like, well, it's in front of the urinal. Why not? Every dude's going to fucking stand there and look at it, dude.
So it's funny you say that. We went down to Dayton to watch our buddy Noble. He's in a band. And I walked in a pisser, man. I'm standing there pissing. And I look up and I see one of Easy's brandy stickers. I'm like, man, you're a piece of shit.
You know what, motherfucker? Dude, listen, I can't believe you just said that. So somebody stuck one on my shit.
On what?
It was probably him, but I don't care. I like it. But I didn't notice it until today, since Farm to Bottle. So I was like, what the fuck? And it's like, oh, that's a Big E sticker, the brandy. I'm like, yeah, yep. What a coincidence. You want to talk about that?
I not this year, but last year, man. So I went to Farm to Bottle, and let's see what Saturday I rode my bike, right? So I get there and I go pass out in this fucking zero gravity chair, and I get up Sunday morning to go home, go home to get my truck and come back. So I go to get on my bike and I see fucking Tater sticker right on the side of the fucking tank. And I'm like, what a piece of shit. So on the other side, on the back, I see fucking Big Easy's. I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers. It's not like a Harley or nothing like that. I ride
a
no. It's Kawasaki. It's a KLX 300. It's like a dual sport.
Yeah, I got you.
But okay. I've got stickers on it anyway. But I'm like, these motherfuckers. And Taters is still on it. That's that one real fucking good, the vinyl. And I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking with it, man. It's just going to stay on that motherfucker till I get rid of it.
Listen, you know how to get it off?
Heat it up. Yeah. But I'm like, I ain't worried about it. So I mean, and honestly, man, it's a conversation piece because, like, you know, when I go ride Southern Ohio, and I'll go to like some group rides and shit, and they're like, "Oh, what's this? You know, whose sticker is this?" And then come to find out, you know, I'm like, "Yeah, I was on this fucking TV show," and people are like, "Oh, that's fucking cool." And honestly, I don't even like bringing it up, but some people really do, like fucking Matt LeMaster's old lady.
Listen,
and Matt himself.
Here's what I found out. Like, it's the younger crowd have no fucking clue what that show is.
Right.
Never seen it. They're like moonshiners. You know what I mean? It's
right.
the people that are like 35 and higher that are really the kind, you know, the ones that, but here's the thing though, nowadays, like people's not drinking as much as they used to. Right. So it's now that pot's legal. That's what they're doing. They'd rather smoke bud. Hey, I don't blame you.
100%. Yeah.
Whatever, you know, it's cleaner. Yep. You know, but yeah, so yeah, that's cool, man. Like, yeah,
I'll take one, Bennett.
What's that?
Oh, I said I'll take one, Bennett.
You got one of my stickers yet?
I do not.
What the fuck, bro?
I'm a piece of shit, and I'm gonna roll with that. Lead with that.
Listen here, you piece of shit. Next time you see me, you better ask me for one.
Hey, man, you got a sticker I can have?
Sure, bro. I'll send it to you. It costs more to send it to you than it was to make them. Man, so are you doing anything else this summer? Like, or not this summer, but like anything else coming up?
Yeah, I'm going with Easy down to I think Arkansas or some shit, and then
what's the Louisiana one? Or
Arkansas? I'm not sure where it's at or what. Easy, if you're on here, comment. If you were here and not a piece of shit, you could talk about it. But since you're not, you know. But then there's another one. I don't even know what the other one is. I don't know.
The other one, what? What do we?
There was another festival I'm going to, I think.
Yeah. But so we're doing OBX. I'm actually leaving early in the fucking morning. My wife's been telling me, yeah, she's like, it's only an 8-hour drive. Daniel, give me the fucking the address, dude. It's 9.5 from the crib. I'm like, well,
yeah.
Why don't you come? We got 2 extra rooms.
That's what it is. Sorry, I'm not going to another festival. I'm going to Tater's release.
That's a long drive for a couple hours. I get it. Whatever. Hey.
Oh, you mean down there in Gatlinburg? It's 5 hours from here.
I feel like it's long from. Where the fuck do you live? What part of Ohio you in, bro?
I'm about.
I feel like you're further than me, but I'm not.
Well, how long did it take you to get to Wilmington?
It took
for farm to bottle.
It took me 4 hours to get the farm to bottle.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm probably 40 minutes from there.
Oh, like past it or before it?
Past it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it takes me 5 hours on the dot to get to get off the highway right there at that Pigeon Forge area.
Free house, Jason. I feel bad. Yeah. It's like, listen, man, we made plans to go. My wife made plans to go, and she feels fucking horrible about it. But like, she kind of overbooked herself, so she has to be in Florida on a certain day, and it's just not going to work because we have a son that's 14. He ain't staying here by himself. And actually, they're out in Cleveland right now at a fucking concert, and I'm like, it's my son's first rap concert.
Who's he seeing?
Osama's son. Or Osama's son. I don't know. That's the guy's name, Osama's son. He calls himself Osama bin Laden's favorite son, he says.
Well, whatever works for him.
Yeah, right. Chris Elliott. Let's see. Hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, Bean. At least we get 2 pieces of shit together and just talk shit. There you go, bro. Why don't we start?
At least some of us get on here and talk.
Listen, why don't we start our own podcast? We'll call it the Piece of Shit Show. Every guest will be a piece of shit. There it is. There he is. Ozark Music Festival, November 1st, Clinton, Arkansas. No shit.
About time. Yeah, old Big Chuck's down there.
Oh, yeah, Big Chuck. So Big Chuck was going to be one of my guests, but couldn't find time.
What a piece of shit.
That's all
fucking
good.
Big Chuck. Well, that's all right. I'm going to bust his balls because why not?
Right. Why not? Right. I mean, my thing is like, I can't tentatively just wait. You know what I mean? I can't tentatively just wait for another guest. So I think sometimes they don't realize, like, dude, I mean, you run a podcast too. Like, I think people don't realize, like, some fucking work goes into this shit. It's not easy, dude.
Yeah. That's why I let Easy and Uncle Joey handle all the work.
Well, I mean, you got to let the talkers talk. You know what I mean? Like, so if you let them handle it, tell us about last year. We went to Arkansas last year to see him. Yeah, let's hear about that.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. I didn't go.
Why?
I believe I had a sewer backup or some shit. Wasn't it, Easy? Oh, yeah.
I was that yesterday, dude. I was at Cornell. My wife called me freaking the fuck out. She's like, oh my God, it's coming up through the showers. We have a septic tank here because we're in the middle of nowhere, right?
That's how we went up.
Yeah, so I'm like, listen, you got to go out there and open that tank up, and there's a pipe that has a T on the front of it. And it gets clogged at that T. I don't even know why they did it, so nothing go back up in it, I guess. I don't know. But she's out there. I'm throwing bags. She's out there playing and shit. My son's like, I don't know how you do this, Dad. How do you do this? I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, son. You made up some shit.
That's what happens. So anyway, so old Matt LeMasters went with Easy, and that son of a bitch, I guess, slept the whole fucking way, snoring like a motherfucker. And yeah, Jenny grounded him. I like that.
So Big E's had to ride all the way down there. The dude snoring in his ear the whole fucking ride.
Yep, and got a room with him.
See, listen, Big E's is an intimidating dude. Like, he's a very big guy, right? But when you talk to him, you realize he's fucking nice dude, right? All you guys, right? All you. So, like, ain't gonna lie, I think I told Easy the same thing, man. Like, it's intimidating meeting you guys at first, but then you get to talk to everybody, and we're all cut from that same fucking crazy piece of cloth. It's like joints to jars, bro. Joints to jars. That's what Farm to Bottle should be next year. Joints to jars, because it legit was a lot of joints, a lot of jars, and I made a lot of good fucking friends again. You meet people, and it's still funny because I get to rub it in. My uncle drools over Hillbilly and fucking Big E's. He loves it, right? He loves it. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. You see this brandy? See this banana? Didn't even let him taste it. I wouldn't even let him smell it.
Big Easy's the man. He makes the best brandy in the land.
I mean, he's got.
That's for you, Biggie. That's for you, Big Easy.
Two of them, big. I mean, whatever. But listen, keep me November 1st, right? Is that what he said? November 1st is. Where it is?
Yeah.
New Orleans.
I'm
sorry. Ozark.
I don't know. I'm a fucking riding. I'm gonna be sleeping and snoring.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna sleep the whole fucking way?
Yeah.
Okay, Clinton, Arkansas. So how do you guys know about all these? Like, is this something that's always been on, or
what's that? The festival?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. That's an easy deal. He just talks to a lot of fucking people, man.
Right.
I mean, he's famous without being famous. You know what I mean?
Flavor with schnapps.
My man.
Woo! Hey, it's only cheating if you get caught. Right? Hey.
But I mean, he's, when I first met Easy and Phil, I had been watching them on YouTube make wine and shit for fucking years. And it's just funny. I like the style, man, where they're joking around and giving each other shit but yeah, so when I wound up meeting him, I mean, we just
clicked.
I mean, yeah, instantly. See,
and you didn't know him prior to that, just from what on the internet. Now you guys are all fucking best friends. Right.
Well, the funny thing is, man, we're only 30 minutes from each other, and I didn't know this at all. And I was talking to my buddy Mac, old son is what we call him. And he was like, hey, man, I've been talking to Hillbilly, and he was like, the motherfuckers are from Dayton. I'm like, no, they're not. And he's like, yeah, they are. And I'm like, oh, shit. So him and he brought Hillbilly, or he brought Easy over to the house one day. I can't remember what for. I think he was getting like a bucket of wine or something that I had. Well, I had gotten from Kentucky. A buddy of mine bought out a winery, and he's like, I don't know what to do with all this wine, man. And I mean, he had some fucking wine, dude. And
so this
I
is what I say. You know,
well,
North Georgia says turn water into wine, right?
Oh yeah, turn wine into shine. That's exactly what happened.
That's what Heathen does, turns wine into shine.
But yeah, he came over. And I don't remember what for, but I was expecting Phil, you know, the big fucking long hair and shit, and this big bald motherfucker. I'm like, you're the other dude in the video.
I know you do, motherfucker.
But yeah, man, they have a lot of followers and shit, but they don't get the credit. Like I know, like he said, you know, when he was down at the jam, you know, people are like, oh, you're Hillbilly Stillhand or you're Sean Stillhand, and that's not the case, you know. I mean, he's the one that does, I'm going to venture to say, at least 80% of the work when, you know, it's me and him.
Right. See, and that's, I mean, it's been a wild ride. See, that's when you know it's been a good ride, though. You know, it's wild. It's been good, because if it wasn't wild, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
Right. And then, you know, see, it's hard because like making shine with people or distilling in general with people is tough, because everybody has to be able to understand what you're doing. Everybody has to listen. You know what I mean? Like we all have to be on the same fucking page. So I used to tell my guy, right, the first time I had somebody like step in, I'm like, listen, I'm going to go up to the house. Whatever you do, don't fucking sleep down here, bro. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Sean, I get down there, open the door. The whole fucking room's full of steam, and he's sleeping. I'm like, dude, you could have blown the whole garage up. Like,
some people will walk away and sit down and watch fucking football for fucking 2 hours, too. That's for you, Easy, and that's also for you, Uncle Joey.
So I mean, now obviously they're doing electric then if they're walking away.
No,
they're doing it with gas.
That's why I'm sitting there.
Oh, fuck that, bro. I'm done with gas. I'm done. I am done. I am not blowing no more shit up unless I blow the fucking keg through the roof. That's it. That's all. I'm done. Hold on, it's totally different style. It clashes and makes it does. You're absolutely right. It's hard because everybody knows something and we all want to put our input in. You know what I mean? But the ones you're running want to do it their way.
Well, you got to check your egos too, man, because
the
way me and Easy do things, or the way he does things, may not. For example, the other day, in months, years, whatever, he had this still going, and he's like, shit, I got to leave and take the little way to the airport. So motherfucker leaves. I looked over at Uncle Joey. I said, I'm going to turn this motherfucker up. I said, I ain't got fucking time to sit here all damn day.
He was like,
not much higher, but you know.
Yeah, listen, that little bit of flame made it. Did you get any heat off of that?
Well, the liquor itself, now it's good.
Did Big E's notice the difference when he come back and tasted it?
I don't know, Easy. Did you notice a difference?
He does now.
Yeah, right.
Help, man. That's fucking funny. But yeah,
he'll be all right.
I pick my kid up at times at school, and he's literally 5 minutes away. Bro, I'll shut that motherfucker off when you're driving. You decide where to make the turns. Well, that's unless you got your wife with you, because she tells me everywhere to fucking go. And in case you weren't listening earlier, Big E's, my wife wasn't upset yesterday.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
She was like, you know, I told Sean, I said, Sean, listen, you should have waited till I came back downstairs to put them on, because I heard them when I was upstairs. So I already knew. Plus, when you signed me in, I heard you going, he ain't going to, but don't tell him he's going to be on shortly, motherfucker. I heard you.
He said, I noticed I got out of 2 hours of work.
Right.
That's right.
Hey,
yeah.
Man.
I ain't got all fucking day.
Right. So actually I had a friend from the Dayton area. She moved from Dayton to where my hometown was. And that was the only person I ever knew that was from Dayton.
Okay.
Now, are you familiar with Butler, Ohio?
Yeah, similar.
So they do
Little
that.
bit.
They have the slip and fly there.
I don't know what that is.
So it's a sports action park. So do you ever see the dudes do the long jump on skis?
Yes.
Like in the Olympics, that's where they practice at. And 3 times a year, they turn that into a slip and slide. So it's a 150-foot long slip and slide down a hill like this off of a 21-foot jump into a 22-foot deep pool.
Why have I not seen this?
Bro, listen, it's on YouTube, man. You want to talk about fun? Dude, listen, I saw the big girl go down this motherfucker. I'm talking big, right? Dude, my little cousin, we were all sitting there going, watch this chick, man, watch it. And dude, like, they spray you with the coldest water before you even hit the fucking thing. They're like, right, you're like freezing. This big girl ran down this motherfucker and jumped. Bro, she hit that jump and she come off like this. And they tell you just keep your eyes forward at the horizon so you don't fucking belly flop. Bro, she didn't do that. She started flapping. She come down on her side, knocked herself out. She was so big.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, dude. But it's wild. It's a crazy party, you know. Sounds like I'm gonna watch the short with the big. Listen, I'll be there smoking that big old cone. But see, listen, I had some.
Guess I'm the one going down a slip and slide.
I'll go. You want to go? I'll go. Listen, you can drink in the pool too. You can take your beer right in the pool and drink.
Say less.
It's all weekend. It's all weekend. Everybody's tripping and shit. I don't do that, but
yeah, me neither. Hell no.
So I was gonna say I have next time. Well, I was hoping to see Ease or somebody because I was gonna throw him a little bit of something, some of that home stuff, that home style shit. It was nice. Maybe I'll
I'll say if Uncle Joey gets it, he likes it. The hotter, the better.
Listen, if Uncle Joey, I better not even cut it up around Uncle Joey because he's gonna be coming like Pepe Le Pew, floating through the fucking room right to it.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Listen, at Farm to Bottle, bro, I turned around every time I had one. I turned around, he's standing right there, like, dude, you weren't here 5 seconds, like Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, he's like,
you know, and I
smell somebody's getting ready to light up a fucking joint.
Listen, and again, I do have to apologize to Uncle Joey because, like, bro, there were some comments made and shit like that, and I didn't even know that it was his son that made the comment. I felt fucking stupid. I felt dumb. And I'm getting ready to go on the show the next day, the first time, right? And I just felt stupid, bro. But I apologize, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes I got to look into who is yelling at me or saying something before I yell. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but Uncle Joey's a piece of shit, and
no,
I don't know.
It's all good. I mean, it's because of a shirt I had on, so it's no big deal.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it was whatever. I mean, people look at that and they're like, dude, look at this fucking weird. Like, who was it? Hillbilly Red. When I seen him the first time and I couldn't tell nobody I won at Hillbilly Jam, I could hear him telling the guys. I walked up to him with the mohawk and the fucking shit on. He's like, look at this fucking crazy motherfucker. Right? I'm already like, you know, that's what people think, but I'm really not. So, but listen, hey, Sean, thank you, my friend, for being a guest on the Heavy Metal Podcast today.
Anytime, man. Anytime. I like to show up when other people can't.
Ooh. Hey, you know what?
That's pretty easy.
And I was the one that was late today, not you.
Well, I mean, you weren't late yesterday, but you left early.
Well, I left early because the only ones I could hear were them. And I think that was set up too. So, Uncle Joey, if that had anything to do with you, you motherfucker.
I mean, might as well.
Because Big E's is like, yeah, who cares what Uncle Joey? You don't even need to hear him anyways. Right? So all I heard was them, you know what I mean?
That's one thing about Big Easy, man. He likes to give people credit where it's not due.
Listen, all you guys are fucking awesome, dude. Every one of you. Big E's, you. Like, you guys are cool. You can see that the vibe is there, man, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's cool that you guys can all work together. I wish one day I could find somebody to fucking work with me that, you know, because my last partner's like, I gave him 5 cases. You know what he gave me? $300. I'm like, bro, and how does that work? Like, are you fucking, it should be 300 a case. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? 500. You're like, well, you know, I drank all the fucking orange creamsicle.
Me and Easy got something similar like that going on. It's kind of funny now, but we'll talk about that off air.
Yeah. Right on. I get it. We'll go into the chat to do that.
Yeah.
Wait, what does he say? We don't apologize for anything. Well,
Work
I'm
with
gonna
Sean,
read
you'll wind up working.
bust ball, so be prepared to take it. Listen, I took it. I wasn't mad. I didn't get mad, did I? I was hoping you guys thought I was getting mad. But I was like, I didn't play my cool, man. Play my cool. My old lady was like, get the fuck down there, because then they're gonna think I don't like you. I mean, they're trying to get me, hun. So, Sean, thank you again for coming on, brother. Anytime you want to come on, anytime you want to make some shit, just so you know, Heavy Metal Moonshine is going to be starting to get their permits here soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. So, PA, it takes a little bit of a time, but it's $15,000 in a process. So,
well, that's everybody's dream, man. So, before we get off here, you won, right?
I did.
Okay. You know where I'm going with this? Are they going to make yours, or is that?
Yeah. So it's not through Sugarland. It's through Two Trees.
Okay.
I'm absolutely never going to take a buyout ever. Never, ever. Listen, they want to hold me to a fucking contract.
That's right.
I'm going to hold them to a fucking contract. Right. Mm-hmm. Number one. Number two, I'm already giving up a fucking recipe that you know what I mean? Because now that's theirs. Right. I won that they get it. So I can't reproduce it, sell it to anybody here yet. But what they're wrong is I made a different version.
Yeah. That's so. And that's the thing too. I appreciate Greg at Sugarlands. You know, that dude's got a lot of shit on his plate, and I get it. But that's one thing that he was when we were asking him about, you know, can we do this? Can we do that? Like, you know, if someone were to go somewhere else, can they use it? And he's just like, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, that was Sugarlands, you know, of course, Two Trees is different. I don't know. I'm sure there's contractually some difference. I don't know, but, that's one thing like I can really appreciate about them. They, you know, at first I was like, you can't do nothing. He was like, well, just fucking do it. Yeah. You know, and I get it too. It might be part of the fact that because it's going to be so long.
Right.
I don't know.
Here's my question is, it's like Two Trees isn't a distillery. I think is what Daniel told me. They're really not a distillery. They just buy neutral and fucking, you know. So there's one here that does that MLH. They have award-winning fucking hibiscus gin. They don't even make it. They get it shipped in and then they fucking throw some flowers in it and send it back out. Like, wow, that's what they're doing, you know. But in my contract, it did say that Two Trees reserves the right to use a different distillery. And I think it was either South Mountain or Copper something distilling.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is like, it's a 1-year contract.
Right? Do you have to, I don't know, man. That's what everyone keeps saying now. Like they have to re-up it or whatever. With ours, there was no date. It was just, you will get this run or whatever, but there was no date. And that was, I think it was beneficial for Sugarlands, but I think it hurt people. But I don't think that was something that
did you put
a Yeah. Sugarland's done mine. Yeah. Okay. It was terrible. I mean, no, listen, I had my hands in it. It wasn't terrible, but for me, like I said, I'm more of a sugar kind of guy as to where we had the cookers and everything. So I just went ahead and converted it.
Right.
So I think that grain really overtook any of the berry that was in it.
So more grainy taste than.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good jar of grain liquor. Don't get me wrong. Bennett might disagree, which I wouldn't blame him if he did.
Do they sell it at Gatlinburg?
They did. It went on sale, I think, in October or maybe I can't remember. No.
Last year.
I think it was the year before. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it was sold out in a couple months.
Oh, really? Yeah. Boom, gone, everybody.
There was
ready to buy me out.
Yeah. That's dude. I bought 6 cases, brought them back. for people that wanted it, and I think I've only got 2 jars left, maybe 3 jars. I don't know. Easy's got some, and I think
you bought 6 cases of it. What did that run you?
So I got it for half off. So it cost me like $600, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. Shit.
No.
And then can you resell that yourself, or how does that work?
No, absolutely not for resale.
Not for resale value.
Yeah.
I got you. Word. I mean, you know, because like Alfredo, right? If you take Alfredo, what he does is he's like the salesman for the bamboo thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can go and sell it to anybody. How do you do that? How do you how are you able to sell fucking liquor?
I don't know. I don't think you can sell liquor that way. I could be wrong.
Or a salesman, he maybe go around, hey, buy it, but not having, you know.
Right. As a
distributor, then okay.
And that may be a state-wide thing. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
As far as what you can do. Yeah.
Man, listen, why the fuck you buy anything? Big Easy could have told him to make it with you.
Well, he's a piece of shit.
Listen, I'm gonna go through all your fucking videos of still talking, and I'm just gonna take everything out that says piece of shit. And I'm gonna make a highlight reel. It's gonna be the piece of shit reel. And it's gonna be you saying, everybody on your page saying piece of shit. See how many times we can do it. You want to do a drinking game? Watch the podcast and drink every time Mr. Rigsby says piece of shit. You'd be fucking smashed.
No, man, and that's the thing. Like, we give each other shit, man. But, dude, anytime I needed anything, actually, I was in a bind one time, and I called him, and I was like, hey, what you doing? He's like, oh, working. And I was like, you busy? He's like, what do you need? And I told him. He said, fucking be there in 20 minutes, dude. And he lived 30 minutes away. And son of a bitch showed up, and we loaded up what we needed to load up, and he's been a stand-up dude ever since.
Oh, see, look. He says, I asked for a jar, but he said, fuck Dan Gray.
Who?
Dan Gray.
Who do you ask for a jar? And who said fuck Dan Gray?
I think you.
Well, Dan, when the next time I get a release, we'll get you a jar. But I know you've had one of Matt Brown's jars, so just take a Matt Brown's jar, but about at least 2 times better.
Ooh. Yeah, so what happened there, man? I thought you and old Mr. Brown were supposed to.
There was there was some permit issues. So I think Dan, are you wanting to do that next year, or are we doing it at all? Do you know?
Is there like a real hate there?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't help things.
See, that's what I like about you, bro. You'll straight up, you're like, hey, look, hey, I don't help the situation. I know that. Like, you're very honest, dude. And I mean, you have to be if you're hanging out with fucking Big E's and them dudes, because they're going to call you out on it, dog.
Yeah, I mean, me and Matt can have a beer any fucking day, you know. But I mean, you know, when we get going and we bash each other a little bit here and there. I mean, like I said, I don't help things at all. So I mean, he was like, man, I was pissed the fuck off at you a while back. I said, well, I mean, I don't blame you.
Listen, just so you know, the only way I get mad at anybody is if you touch my woman. That's the only. Other than that, I'm going to laugh at it, right? But listen, right here, we got Dan Gray. So let me tell you about Dan. So Dan made me smile the other day, right? He calls me up and he's like, hey, dude, I got to tell you something. Well, he asked me first. He's like, what do you do with your sugar, right? So I gave him my sugar recipe, told him what I do, and he ran it. And he's like, dude, fucking amazing. It turned out really good. So then he's asking, a little bit of whatever's on he made a honey. And dude, listen, he hit me up again last night. He's like, dude, you need to fucking try this. He's like, no, it was just honey, water, and yeast or something like that, right? Turned out fucking amazing, he said. So it always makes me feel good when you do help somebody and then they come back and they're like, hey man, check this out, right? So I had like 3 or 4 of them in one day. I'm like, fuck, I'm done. I guess because that comes with the whole brag. Hey, Daniel, when you win, if you would ever win, and then it comes with bragging rights, Daniel. So we can brag, you can't. We can brag, you can't. See, look, there it is. 100% honey. That's right. So
That-
I'm
that's
excited to taste that.
that's so that was so Easy had got a call. Well, I pushed his name along, and I think they may have called him. I think they did call you, didn't they, Easy? Done an interview or whatever, but they were like, hey, can you do honey? I think it was around Christmas time or whatever. And so he went and got a bunch of fucking honey and failed the gender test. Oh, shit. But so he went and, he fermented honey, and dude, that shit was amazing at 152 proof. It really had the, I don't want to say a honey flavor, but
Like
when he cut it down with water, man, it killed it.
It really brought it out. Like it really, or it got
weaker. It weaker. Yeah.
So
Much better.
So what is your thoughts on infusing, right? So I find that every time I try to infuse something, I feel that the flavor fades out after, if that jar sits there for fucking 2 weeks, I go to open it. It's not what, you know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes to infusing, I would rather run it in the pot. I would rather also put it in the thumper. But as far as like the whole infuse, like I don't know.
I mean, do you just use one thumper? Do you use a jar infuser or any kind of so prior to being around Big Easy, I would just load the thumper essentially, but I used to run a lot of jars. I'd run 6 jars.
Oh, like jar thumpers?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh, goddamn, bro. 6
half-gallon
ones?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll send you pictures of it. It's pretty cool. It has since been blown over. I sold it, and I sold it, and the dude, that's a story for another time, but he said the wind blew it over and had a full keg, and yeah, it was fucked up. But anyway, but yeah, I used to infuse with those, and then I went to just a thumper, and it had a valve on it, and you could add to it and drain, but with the infusion jar or whatever, the valves, those things are amazing, dude. Because you can literally infuse throughout the run, so it doesn't matter if you're running a 3-gallon or 100-gallon. You can, as long as you have the stuff to go in it, you can open the valve, let it infuse, like let your heads go, and then dump it in, let it do it, and then after a while, drain the thumper and then add more to it. So
my buddy out in Idaho, he got a thumper, dumper, whatever, and all that, and he likes it and all, but I don't think he's used to it yet. I mean, what the fuck was he saying? Something about like the infusion, like it was very peachy at first. What was his heads, and he wasn't even infusing it then, right? He's like, and I don't even know how the fuck the peach flavor got into the heads like that. He said, but then by the time it was in my heart, he's like, it was very faint. And I'm like, well, he's like, and I infused it when the right time. I'm like, well, maybe you got a leak somewhere. I don't know, bro.
Well, I mean, most of your flavor comes over in the water, actually. So that's why I'm kind of surprised that. I mean, yeah, like you said, maybe he's just doing something.
Yeah, like see, and this is my thing, dude. Like because I've always had better. Okay, so the best thing I've ever made was a strawberry, right? It was the fucking dude. Still to this day, the other day I found the fucking jar that had this much in it. I opened that motherfucker up and I smelled it, and I'm like, that's got to be that fucking strawberry. There's no way, bro. I ran a strawberry through my reflux. I got 100 at first. It was 172 proof, and everybody's like, "Oh, reflux going to get rid of that flavor." Let me tell you what, dude, that was the strongest fucking flavor I have ever had in a run, and it was pretty fucking volatile too. Like, dude, when you lit it, it didn't just go. It was like, woo. I was like, yeah, buddy, So, but they said that what I did in my process, as far as like freezing the strawberries, they were froze. Then I thawed them out, and dude, they were so fucking mushy. I was having a hard time getting the fucking cutting the greens off. I couldn't even like. And then dude, everything, juice and everything all went in there, and still to this day, it was the best one.
And I actually fucked up fairly recently, but I feel like that when you're using the jar infuser, like he's talking about with every jar or whatever, I feel like because most of your flavor in the mash essentially comes through at lower proof, right?
Right.
Because of the water. I feel like you should really hammer the infusion at a higher proof. So when you do get down to the lower proof, you have a lot of flavor that you did get through the high and it blends in with the lower proof. That's just my theory. I don't know if it's true, but I fucked up last time we did it. And I guess when he gets around to doing what he's doing, he'll figure it out and see if I fucked it up or not. But
yes, that was the other thing, the seeds. Through a reflux that helps remove the burn from the seeds. Yep. See? Yeah. See, that's what. See, Big E's. Listen, man, you just made me feel like I know what the fuck I'm doing after 16 years.
He's smarter than I give him credit for. I'll tell you that.
Listen, man, I don't think nobody's dumb when it comes to this. And the cool thing is, everybody has their own way.
Yeah.
But when I'm hearing from like dudes who've been on the internet doing this shit for a long fucking time, that hey, that's legit. Like, you know, dude, makes
well, and that's the thing too. Like, we'll never run anything without a thumper, you know. And the guys I was telling you that I had met in Kentucky, that's all they did. They've never even ran a thumper. They would just run it, and then they would catch everything. And then when they caught a certain amount, they would dump it all back in the still and then rerun it again. You know, so like,
or do you do stripping runs and shit like that?
No,
me neither. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, well, and that's the thing too. Like, you know, if even though we run with a thumper, we like to get everything out of it. So we'll run it down to 10 proof, and we'll take the tails and we'll dump it into the next mash. Or, you know, sometimes easy we'll keep a jar, a nice high proof jar. Sometimes it'll get dumped in the tails container because Sean's an idiot. And then he just has to deal with it, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
You're owning it today, brother. I appreciate how you are, man. He's on top of it. So fucking right, dude.
Well, see, that's the thing. If I don't do that, then I got to take it on the back end. So I would rather just, you know.
You're a giver, not a taker.
I would just rather throw my faults out there. That way I don't have to hear about them after the fact.
Well, listen, man. I got to get off of here. It's been a great show today. Thank you very much for coming on.
Anytime, man.
I had a lady coming on for the OBX who's thrown the OBX jam, and she never came on. I don't.
You're trying to get me somehow, ain't you? I don't blame you. I'd be doing the same shit.
Well, listen, I mean, because that's what I labeled it as, the OBX shit.
I know. I seen that.
So I wasn't even going to have you on today. I was going to jack you off a little bit and not even give you I was going to give you a wrong thing just because, you know, got to be a piece of shit too.
Well, I appreciate the effort, man. Yes, I am known to be an Eskimo brother.
Listen, all you guys, I appreciate you, man. Big E's, you're awesome. Even though you didn't come on today, maybe we'll get you for another time where it's just Big E's, so we can, you know, highlight everybody's good shit separately. Pick me up, he said, piece of shit, Jason. See, now you got my friends calling me a piece of shit. She already knows I'm a piece of shit. Poor Cindy's had to deal. She's like, if I ever become famous, Cindy's going to be my president of my fan club.
There you go.
Listen, Miss Cindy, don't let her and Big E's get together, because me and Cindy get together. And dude, listen, that woman, she's an older lady, my buddy's Wom, right? That woman won't quit smoking until I say I'm done. She's like, nope. And it's always one more. So I got to do one more to me. And I'm like, fuck you, Cindy. What are you doing? There you go. And also, listen, you need to spell distiller differently. It's Disteeler. Distiller. It fits me perfect, right? Look, nobody wants to say now. They're all Ohio fans.
OH.
That's where my son is right now in Cleveland. So listen, brother, I'm gonna hop off here. You have a good night. Everybody else have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Dan Gray, I think you're okay too. You're not too bad. Big E's, everybody have a good night. Boom. We'll talk to you later.
Sir.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us on.
Hey, no problem, man. You have a good night. Bye.